Hi there. I have a question for you. Do you own your calendar? Now, what I mean by that is not owning a physical calendar, but do you own it? Do you own your schedule? Do you run your life? Or, as Jim Rohn used to say, either you run your day or your day runs you. Is your calendar running you? And if it is, chances are you're in overwhelm, you're exhausted, your adrenals are burned out, and you might be nodding, going, oh my gosh, Susan, are you speaking to me? And perhaps I am. Today, I'm going to share with you just 3 quick tips on how to gain that control back and really take charge of your schedule. And I have to tell you that when I started to do this, I moved from a place where I was operating in a lot of uncertainty to a place where I felt in much greater balance and much more control. So when it comes to owning our calendar, one of the first things we want to do is look at what's important. And so you may be in a place right now where you need to make money. You have student loan debt, you have some kind of debt, big mortgage, whatever it is, or whatever your reason is, you want to take your income to the next level. In which case, that has to be scheduled. So you can't send a mixed message. And if you haven't seen my video on mixed messages, you can go and check that out on my YouTube channel. You can't send a mixed message and be like, yeah, I want to make all this money, but your schedule isn't reflecting that. Every single day, you've got to schedule in time to make your sales calls or to learn a new skill that's going to create more income for yourself. It has to be a priority. If your relationship is stuck, then scheduling time every single day for your family, for those date nights, whatever it is. Or maybe it's your health. Maybe you're not where you want to be, or something's happened to you, whether it's a scare with an illness. That has to be a priority. Getting your workouts in, planning your meals. And I have a lot of my students and clients, and I'll say, what's important to you? And they'll be like, oh, this, and this. And they'll list about 10 different things. It doesn't work like that, guys. It's one thing. What is that primary focus? And then own your calendar. Schedule those things in. The next thing you want to do is really know your worth. If you wanted to make $1 million in a year, your time is worth $500 an hour. And some of you are treating your time like it's worth 1 cent an hour. You're picking up the phone to listen to people gossip and complain. And that's happening during the time you're supposed to be at the gym, or you told your partner, you're like, yes, we're going to have a date. And then you pick up that call from your sister who's complaining about her partner. And guys, it's not going to work like that. Right? If you really understand your self-worth, and we are all divinely created, so our worth is much more than we even realize, then you're going to begin to operate that way. And self-worth is directly connected to self-respect. And when you go out there in your day and you're respecting yourself and honoring yourself and knowing that, hey, in this place where I am living into the healthiest, most fulfilled, balanced person I can be, I don't have time for nonsense. That's one of my favorite things. I don't have time for nonsense. That's when the results begin to happen. And people say to me, Susan, I'll value my time when I'm making X amount of money. It doesn't work like that. You value your worth, and then the other results will follow. My third and final tip for you today is about setting healthy boundaries. And there's another video on my YouTube channel about healthy boundaries. And I would just say to you this: if you want to make more money, then you need to set boundaries with the people who have poverty mentality. And you've heard time and again that our income is directly proportional to the top 5 people we spend the most time with. So if you've got someone in your life who has that kind of thinking, they never have enough money, they are always asking for money, they're asking for handouts, they're not asking for handouts, they need to be not cut out of your life, but you need to have a boundary around it. If your desire is to get healthy, then the people who are trying to give you things that don't serve your new body you're living into, they can't have a priority in your life. There has to be a healthy boundary. And you may say, Susan, this is really hard. And there's a whole chapter in my book, Organize Your Life, on this topic. How do I set healthy boundaries? How do I say no to people? How do I elegantly decommit from things? So I invite you to check it out. It's available on Amazon. If you already have it, please go in and rate it. I would love that. And if you don't, just go ahead, check it out. I'd love to hear your feedback. For more great tips and more like these, check out my website, www.susansly.com. We also mail to our list every week. There's special savings, and we don't spam you, I promise. And on social media, on Instagram at Susan Sly Live on Facebook, and Susan_Live on Twitter. With that, go rock your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time.